Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we'll see a return here from the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. So just a disastrous start to a playoff game as they fumble away the opening kickoff.
It's so simple. Ball security, so important in a game like this.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive is 6 on the scoreboard.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Kamara off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Allen on 3rd. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also on that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen gonna throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
misconnections there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Talent.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses. But you get this sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
Jones will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7. Jake Bailey sets the kickoff.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give him 17 on that pickup. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, it could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got Dorsett complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 26 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that was good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Kamara. Room here to run. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Trying to pound it in. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gold to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Finding space at the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Elliott toss right. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Allen. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 15-yard touchdown ground as his guys have now moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here hauled in by Cup. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only about 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan, and they've executed to perfection.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And on the left side here, Wilson. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Allen now on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now Jackson on second down. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
The give is to Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Again to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Aaron Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score. Ravens 28, Chiefs 24.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. First down run for Elliott. Not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offense is trying to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
To the air, Allen. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. for Kupp. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken a fourth-quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3. Fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Caught by Wilson. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I can keep firing.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making a play.
They'll try to run forward with Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Running with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. The lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 35 on second down. Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's Elliott, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Jackson. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are once again back in front. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to win.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Allen. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sheldon Richardson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Allen. That's going to
universal wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. The Ravens going to move on to another